You have just completed the most athletic and transformative event of your human life, giving birth. But for millions of new mothers across the United States and Canada, the joy of meeting their baby is often mixed with a shocking realization when they look in the mirror. You look down and you still look 6 months pregnant. This is arguably the most common insecurity in the postpartum period, often referred to in pop culture as the mummy tummy or the pooch. Society and celebrity culture often sell us the lie of bouncing back in weeks, but at Women's Health 3D, we do not deal in unrealistic expectations, we deal in hard science and anatomy. The truth is, your body has undergone a massive 9-month structural transformation. In this comprehensive 3D anatomical deep dive, we are going to peel back the layers of the abdominal wall to show you exactly what is happening inside your uterus, your skin, and your muscles. We will reveal why doing standard crunches might actually make your belly worse, and we will explain the science of diastasis recti, the hidden muscle separation affecting over 60% of women. Understanding these biological mechanisms is the only safe path to reducing your stomach after a normal delivery. To reduce the stomach effectively, we must first understand what is technically occupying that space. Immediately after delivery, your uterus does not simply disappear. Our 3D visualization shows the uterus moments after birth. It is still the size of a large grapefruit or cantaloupe, weighing approximately 2.2 pounds or 1 kilogram. Its top edge, known as the fundus, sits right at the level of your belly button. This is why you still look pregnant, because anatomically, you are still carrying a large internal organ that needs to shrink significantly. This shrinking process is scientifically called involution. We visualize the miraculous biological process where the uterine muscle fibers contract and clamp down on blood vessels to prevent hemorrhage. Over the next 6 weeks, the uterus must return to the size of a small pear, weighing only 2 ounces. This is a massive physiological reduction that cannot be rushed. In the US and Canada, many women are pressured to rush into waist trainers or restrictive diets far too early. However, our 3D model shows why patience is biologically required. During this time, the lining of the uterus is shedding, a process known as lutea. Interfering with this natural flow through extreme pressure can be dangerous. The most effective natural accelerator for involution is actually breastfeeding. We visualize how the release of the hormone oxytocin during nursing triggers strong rhythmic uterine contractions, physically shrinking the belly from the inside out. This is your body's built-in recovery mechanism working perfectly. However, if months after delivery you still have a protruding pooch or a dome shape forming on your stomach when you sit up, the issue is likely not fat, it is diastasis recti. This is a critical concept for every mother in North America to understand to avoid long-term damage. Our 3D animation now strips away the skin to reveal the rectus abdominis, commonly known as the six-pack muscles. These 2 vertical muscle bands are connected by a vertical line of connective tissue called the linea alba. During pregnancy, as the baby grows, this connective tissue naturally stretches and thins, pulling the muscles apart to the sides to make room for life. This is a normal adaptation. However, after delivery, this gap remains open in many women, leaving the front wall of the abdomen weak.
Here is the absolute danger zone that most people ignore. Traditional exercises like sit-ups, crunches, or intense planks increase intra-abdominal pressure. We visualize how this internal pressure pushes your internal organs forward through the weakened linea alba, effectively making the separation worse and causing the belly to bulge permanently. If you have a gap of more than 2 finger widths, your focus must be on rehabilitation, not standard fitness. Ignoring this structural issue can lead to chronic lower back pain and pelvic floor dysfunction, conditions that drive millions of physical therapy visits in the US annually. So how do we fix it scientifically? The secret lies in a muscle you probably cannot see in the mirror. Our 3D model highlights the transverse abdominis, or TVA. This muscle is your body's natural corset. It wraps horizontally around your spine and internal organs, sitting deeply underneath the 6-pack muscles. Reducing a postpartum stomach requires knitting the abdominal wall back together by strengthening the specific deep muscle. We visualize the mechanism of deep diaphragmatic breathing. When you exhale and gently draw your belly button inward toward your spine, you are engaging the TVA. This action acts like a biological zipper, pulling the separated rectus abdominis muscles closer together and flattening the stomach profile. This is often called the draw-in maneuver in clinical settings across Canada and the USA. This recovery must be paired with the pelvic floor. Anatomically, the pelvic floor and the deep core work together as a pressurized canister. If one is weak, the other fails. Strengthening the pelvic floor with Kegel exercises while engaging the TVA provides the structural base necessary for the stomach to flatten safely. If this detailed 3D breakdown is helping you understand that your body is not ruined, but simply recovering, please take a moment to subscribe to Women's Health 3D right now. We are dedicated to bringing high-quality, scientifically accurate health education to women across the globe. Finally, anatomy involves more than just muscle. We must address the issues of skin and fat storage. During pregnancy, your skin expanded rapidly, damaging the collagen and elastin fibers in the dermis. This is the origin of stretch marks. After delivery, two types of fat remain: subcutaneous fat, which is under the skin, and visceral fat, which is stored deep around the organs. In the United States, high stress levels and lack of sleep contribute to elevated levels of the stress hormone cortisol. Our 3D visualization shows how cortisol specifically instructs the body to store visceral fat deep in the abdomen as a survival mechanism. Therefore, reducing the stomach is not just about exercise. It is about stress management and sleep, a huge challenge for new moms, but biologically essential for fat loss. Regarding loose skin, while genetics play a huge role, staying hydrated and consuming nutrition rich in collagen and vitamin C are essential for repairing the dermal layer from the inside. However, the skin needs time to regain elasticity, often up to 12 months. The journey to reduce your stomach after a normal delivery is a biological process, not a race. From weeks 0 to 6, focus on involution and rest. Let the uterus shrink. From weeks 6 to 12, focus on reconnecting with your deep core and closing the diastasis recti gap using breathing techniques. Only after this foundation is solid should you introduce resistance training. By understanding the anatomy of involution, diastasis recti, and the transverse abdominis, you can reclaim your core strength safely. Do not punish your body for what it created. Support it with science. Share this video with every new mom you know. The pressure to snap back is toxic. The knowledge to recover safely is power. Thank you for watching Women's Health 3D.